Hello everyone, welcome to Chaudhary Data World channel. Today I am here with a new video in NoSQL series or the MongoDB series, into which we'll be watching another aggregate stage function, that is fill. We'll be getting aware that how it is getting used and what are its advantages. So all these things we'll be watching into this particular video. So let's get started with the video. So this particular video is going to be a very short video because in this particular one I'm just going to explain you how we can use this fill and where it is getting used. So this fill is nothing but just to populate null and missing field value within the document. So suppose if you are having 100 of documents, in 25 of your document there is one particular field which is available there, and against that particular field there is some value available over there, then remaining 75 would not be having that particular field. To deal up with this particular situation, or to insert that same field into each other on rest 75 documents as well, we use this fill method. So in practical scenario, just let me show you how we are using it. So in this particular collection, correct, in this we are having the document as in that document we are having field as index and then value. So suppose this index and value are there into our the source collection. Then when we are using fill, you can see here that it will be filled up with some value. How it will be filled up, that's another story. That means we are having multiple methods, or it will be better to say that we are having two methods with which we fill out this particular null values. One is linear fill, another one is we are having this particular one as lock f. So we'll be watching that how this linear and lock f method you getting used, and where to use, how to use all these things. So we are having first method, we are having this fill method, fill function, into which we are having multiple options to supply first, that is partition by field, sort by, and then output. So what are these? These are nothing but this partition by and partition by field. It's optional one. You can or you can't provide this, then also it will work. So what it is trying to tell you is, either you can partition your whole data set and then apply fill over that. And that partition, if you are aware of how partitioning works, it is something in which your whole collection is getting partitioned, or your whole document, whatever you are having into that collection, is partitioned on the basis of some particular criteria, okay, or either on the some particular field. So that we are only defining it over here into the partition by, and then we are having this sort by. This sort is nothing but the document will be sorted on some particular field basis, either in the ascending or in the descending order. Now at last, and the very important one and the required one, is your output. Now this output, you need to provide that what all particular field you want to fill up, and with what method you want to fill up. So both of these things you are just specifying into whole of this output, you may say, output option over there. We'll be definitely demonstrating how we can use it, but before that, let me show you, or else let me demonstrate you first, so that you can be better understanding that how these things working. Then we will move to next. So for that, I will jump to our MongoDB Compass. In this MongoDB Compass, we are having already a document collection feeder over there, into which we are having at around 887 documents. Now this 887 documents, there is no such case in which there would be null. Okay, so what I am doing is, I am just like add field. If you are aware of this add field option into the stages, when you will drop down it, you can see that you are having add field, correct? This add field, what it is doing, it is just adding up a field in each of the document. Since we don't having any null value into this whole of the collection, so what I am doing, I am just using fill method to add a particular field, and that field will definitely be containing null value itself. Why? Because you are not having any value into that in any of the document. What I'm trying to tell you, that among 100 document, you should be having at least 1 to 2 document having that particular field and with having some particular value, and rest of the documents then basis of that particular value in the which there is value present, based of that we can fill out in rest of the document. But in this particular scenario we don't have, so we will be just adding up the value, adding up the field, and that field of course will contain null values. Correct? Why null values? Because definitely there is no any document having that particular field. If there will be no any document having that field, definitely it is not going to take up any value, because how it works in some fashion of two methods, that is again I told you, that is linear or log-f. Both of these work on the previous values present into your document. So how all the things going on, let me show you first. That you are having this sort by, the very first option you are arranging on control Z. So you are arranging it into the whole of the document with A's as is descending, and then partitioning on the basis of survived. Now it is giving you to give the expression. So what you are doing, you are just providing survived as the expression. That means it will be partitioning on the basis of this survived column or the field. After that, this is more important to be noted down, because these two are this particular one is something which can be or which can't be supplied. It's nothing problem, but this output is the most vital one, which is the mandate one to be provided. So here what you can see, that we are adding a score field over here into each of the document present. You can see that there is no score into this documents. So we'll be adding a score with what method? With logf method. So this logf method, when we are using it, what it will do, it will provide the score field over here with having the value as null. Why null? Ideally we are into the scenario in which we are going to replace the null values with some value, but since we are having not any field into which there is null value present into whole of the collection, so we are just creating a new field itself. So definitely if new field if you are creating, there will be no value existing into the document, so it is providing you null value over there. Okay, so method logf. And now this method only we are going to talk about, that we are having two methods with which we can fill out the values. So we will just jump here and just try to focus it, because it is a bit confusing thing which generally beginners confuse into. So we are having this, suppose this is the document, this is the sample documents, or this is the sample collection we are having, into which we are having field as index and then value. Now index we are having 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Value we are having 0 and then nulls and then 10. Now we can fill out this null value with two methods. One is linear, another one is logf. When we are filling out it with linear, we can see that we are having 2.55, 7.5 and all. Correct? Now it may arise into your mind that how this 2.5, 5 and 7.5 came. So if you are aware of linear interpolation, it is a mathematical term, or it is a mathematical way of assigning the value to the null value. This is a separate story, that how it is getting calculated. There is a formula against that. You can check over the internet for this linear interpolation. Now that particular formula is getting applied into each of the data points, and it is assigning the value to it. This is how linear is working, how this linear method is working. Now we are having another method, that is logf. What if we would have used logf into with for filling out these null values? Then what would have happened? Logf looks for the previous value, whatever previous value it is the value it is over there, it is filling out that null value with the previous value. So if it would be there, then what would have happened? for index 1 value would have been become 0. Why 0? Because the previous one is 0. Again when index 2, since this particular one would have been 0, so it will also be containing 0. Again index 3 would also be containing 0. Index 4 would containing 10. So this is how lockup work, and this is how linear works. So hope this is very much clear to you guys, and if any confusion, let me know into the comment section. And thank you so much for watching out the video, and see you in the next one with some other method or the stage transformation into the next video. So stay tuned to the channel till then. Thanks again.